Calvin's dad. That's it. What's up, man? Yeah, Calvin's dad has a Mark 7.5 GTI. I'm not too familiar on the big GTIs. One of my boys have one too, JR14. You can go subscribe to his channel. He did like a whole epic engine build, upgraded hybrid turbos, wrapped the car recently. So go ahead and give him a follow. But yeah, if you guys like V-dubs, then go check out these people. But I'm BMW. But yeah, nice car, sick build. Crazy to run into you today, man. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Mike from Slow Speed. Take a look at the E36. Liked it. Now I'm trying to figure out a couple ways of going about tuning it, or engine swaps, or just whatever I have in store. Who knows? But it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be epic. Meantime, between time, before I run out to SK Speed to go pick up the boost juice, I'm gonna go ahead and stop by Pep Boys because I got a low oil warning on this car. I say about once or twice in between oil changes I gotta refill, put a quarter into it. I just chalked that up to big turbo problems. You guys know I put liquid moly in this thing, but maybe switching the modal, because I heard you don't smell the oil scent as much with the modal. And two, right now anything's just gonna go in it because, well, it needs oil. So I'm just gonna go find my 5W40. Hopefully they have it, some kind of like synthetic-ish stuff, and yeah, dump that in there. Take it easy on the car until we can drain out all the oil and fill it up with the Multi. So yeah, still running the stockies. In my opinion, they still ride pretty good though, but dog shit ugly. Here go the meats, boy. Look at the meats. Thing looks nice. I swear this thing looks better and better. I thought I had like a nail in it. It would be tight. This thing look better and better the more I look at it. God damn. So if you guys remember, I was getting the I was gonna go ahead and go with the F82 M4. You know, I still might do it. I would have to finance that car. So at the end of the day, I'd much rather pick up a car that I don't have to finance. I can pay cash with, so that the build would go a lot smoother. I mean, not having a headache of making full coverage insurance payments and car payments, everything, because I financed the 435. And like I said, I just get tired of that. Figure this will save a couple of dollars. I can make a little room for an epic build. I don't know what you want to get, guys. Let me see. Let's try this. Let's go with this. Picked up the oil. You guys seen there wasn't that much of a selection there. I run liquid moly, like I said. They didn't have modal, so I guess this is like the next best thing, right? I'm gonna run the car, not push it hard, obviously, ish, and swap out the oil later. Try a modal, see if I like it. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Honestly, you know, I was gonna pretty much make 2 car payments. You know, I was getting the M4 for such a great deal that I didn't really see myself losing. I see now, drive it, try to track it a little bit, you know, enjoy the car. And in all reality, I was just gonna go ahead and probably sell later on. It required me to pay about $600 for a custom tune, you know, a couple supported mods. Crank hub fix alone would probably cost me as much as the E36, like the whole car, you know. Now, there is some things that I don't like about the E36. However, like I said, I feel like it'll be a little bit more interesting to watch. The M4 kind of looks the same. I probably have the same type of taste to it of what I want to do. You know, I feel like the car just wouldn't stand out as much. You know, and if you guys know my area, M4's like Camrys around here. I got over that by just looking at the bigger picture. You know, I'm not filming videos just from my area. I'm filming them for like the world. So in all reality, that wouldn't matter, or it may even help me out because there's a lot of other M4s people would watch videos. You see how much of a pro I became? That's because I do this often. You got the meth tank, you got the gas tank, and now we have oil. Yo, this car burns a lot of stuff. Guys, one important thing too. We're getting crankcase pressure coming out of the cap too. That could be a smell. I know I was getting a smell. Changed the cap. Didn't happen again. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. You'll see some seeping through. All weather floor mats. You can throw anything on the ground. I got PTSD, I swear. A lot of you guys ask me, why you close your hood so weird? Because the hood wasn't properly closed once, and now I close it slowly to make sure I hear every individual click, so I know that puppy's not coming up. So the car's warmed up. So now, one more thing. I gotta go get gas. Yo, this morning drive has turned into a lot more. Back over by Woodhaven area to go get E. Should have got it when I was over there looking at the car. Well, this morning drive is gonna turn into an afternoon drive, but let me get my bearings together because I'll get this.
Don't know a limit, chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me to eat it. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low, where no love goes. Women buddy like it's been dad. Wanna fuck me looking at the bill stack. Off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Niggas laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah, crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex, wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up in Slitty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor. I stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier.
So, finally, we're to the part of the video. I mean, you know, kind of the reason why you guys clicked on it, right? We're gonna go for a drive, and I'm gonna discuss some of the mistakes that I made when building this car. So we're in the car, and believe it or not, this is my third take at making a video like this, to be all the way real with you. It was gonna be titled like 5 things that I shouldn't have done or whatever. And going through the things, I realized that I don't really have that many things that I shouldn't have done. You guys already know everything I've been through with the turbo. With the turbo, you know the number 1 rules. I'll go over them real quick again if you haven't seen those videos, but make sure you take it to a proper shop to get the work done. You know, if you ask me personally, I would recommend European Auto. Those guys are like family to me. Once you go there, you ain't going anywhere else. Those guys take care of me. They take care of people. And not necessarily cost held down, but just held me down because I came in with a problem. They told me how much it was going to cost to fix it, and then they fixed it. You know, and they stand by their word. To be honest with you, another shop that I do recommend as well, you know, if maybe Geo's maybe too far for you or whatever the case may be, scheduling, you can go ahead and try M-Life Auto Care. I went to them before I even knew about European Auto. Just that me, G, and the guys over there, like I said, they like family to me. I don't know, it's just that kind of I guess bond we developed of my car breaking down every other 5 seconds. I was gonna get the turbo put on by Rick at M-Life, but he went to Jamaica and I was just impatient. And that's pretty much where the whole downfall started, because I was pretty much impatient In the end, it cost me a lot of money and a lot of time because I took it to another shop, which, like I said, I ain't knocking nobody. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But took it to that shop. They went ahead and botched the job. We all know that. Second thing is your tuners. Same thing with the tuner. Make sure the guy who tunes your car knows what he's doing. He has a decent reputation. You can look that up on any of the social media followings. You'll be able to tell, you know, how good he is. Does he suck? Or whatever the case may be. So make sure you double check. Make sure he has the reputation for the type of power output you want. I go with David's SHOUP tuning. It's not SHOUP. I always say SHOUP is actually SHOUP. You spell it S-H-O-U-P. SHOUP sounds better in my opinion. And I don't want to be that ignorant guy to keep calling him SHOUP when I know it's SHOUP now. But David SHOUP, love you guy, but I like SHOUP better. So I went with David SHOUP tuning. SHOUP, whatever. And I'm happy. He makes the car smooth, if anything else. You know, he takes a little bit to bump up the power, and he's probably saved me from like being on my third or fourth motor by now. However, I gotta give it to the guy. He knows what he's doing, and he turned this car into an absolute beast. The third thing I would recommend is just parts wise too. Make sure you get the parts from a reliable person. Big Boost Turbo Kit. Thumbs up for it being custom turbo kit. You know, not everything custom will fit perfectly. Let's admit that. You know, it's one of the cheaper kits. However, where he gets the thumbs down in my book is customer service. I had to hit him up a couple times just so he can get a part out to me. And I've heard the same from other people. He will yes you to death and kind of, you know, not come to the table in decent timing. So that's where you get your thumbs down. But like I said, I heard Speedtech is out there. A little more money though. But hopefully with more money, you pay for customer service. So I'm just going to leave that be. And we're just going to talk about some of the changes of this car that I noticed the most and why it's something that you probably shouldn't do. I don't regret doing it. Number one, right off the bat, because this is just the newest thing that I've done. I've installed the solid bushings in the rear. Now you can do as much keyboard typing on the forums and anything that you want, but the car is louder. You can hear it. I can hear the diff doing some clicky thing. You can just hear the road noise. With these R888s, the road noise is louder than it was before. What else? When you go over bumps, does sound a lot worse if you keep the same tire in there. When I had the 19s, oh my God, it just sounded like I had no suspension. You just hit the bump and that was it, you know? I kind of wanted this car to be like a race car, you know? It's 2 doors. I took out the back seats, and taking out the back seats, you do hear a lot more noise too. So I pretty much made it as loud as this car could possibly get without like petting a hole in the floorboard or something. The car sounds nice. I love the way it sounds. It sounds like race car. Whenever you let out the gas and you get back in it, you can hear the clunk. Like this is that slack you have to adjust in the diff, between the diff and the drive shaft or whatever it is. But you can hear that. You can just hear everything. It sounds so nice. It sounds like one of those dog box sequential transmissions or whatever. It makes you feel more engaged. And it feels just as good too. Like, one thing that scared me when I changed the solid mounts, I don't know, it's something with the exhaust. You can just hear it. It feels like it's a lot deeper. When you get in boost, it's like, I thought I was putting more strain on the motor, but I don't know. Maybe it's me taking out the rear end. It's something, but the car sounds so deep when it gets into boost. I don't know if you can hear it over the mic, but I like it. And the change in performance is there. I will say that. You do notice it 100. Oh, that's a cop? No, that's not a cop. You do notice it 100%, if not like 1,000%. It just gets up and go. Before you hit the gas, and I would kind of say it would squat down a little bit, and then when you get to real high speeds, you can feel like the car wants to change lanes. It's like swaying. Yo, you don't feel that with the solid bushings at all. Solid diff and solid rear end bushings, you don't feel that. The car just like snaps in. Like, let me go to a low gear. It just goes like, I'll do third gear. You just get on it instantly. It just gets with the program, yo. Hold on. The car stays straight. Like, I'm talking about straight. It doesn't even budge a little bit. It's almost scary how good it is. One of the things that I loved was the way that I could kind of feel and predict how I was going to break traction. And I guess I could attribute that to the way it was swaying in the rear, or, you know, the rear kind of felt a little sloppy. I will admit, but I liked it. I loved that over the way the M's felt. The M's felt really, really sterile, so that when you broke grip, it kind of felt too good. Like it felt track type planted. And as soon as I got these solid rear on, it felt exactly the same. Like the car breaks grip and you don't really feel it. So I thought. Turns out it's just a different type. You can feel it, you learn to control it, but you just gotta look out for different things. Breaks out like the M's do, but now I can kind of manage it. When I first got the car, yo, even G will tell you, I was a little scared, bro. As soon as I hit it and it broke out, I'm like, oh shit. Because I was looking for a certain type of feel, and that feel's gone now. And I'm like, oh shit, this is scary. This is real scary. But now, I put some sticky tire in there, and a lot better. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit it. Yo, this car is just fucking quick. It's just quick. Like, it takes a little bit, but I don't know if you can tell the change in the tone. Like, third gear is like, meh, and then fourth gear is like, boom. Fifth gear, boom. It's just meaty as hell. I'm gonna ask David if he could turn it up in third gear so we can have some fun in it. But in all reality, yo, this car, however much power it makes now, is enough. I don't see how people want to go for 700-800 wheel. Maybe when I get there with another build, yeah, but yo, this shit right here is fast. I don't know why people want to go faster than this, especially where we at, you know. But like I was saying, the rear end, it seems like it's something that you won't want to do. Now, if you have a sedan, you got to ride around with your kids, your wife, this is maybe a daily car, don't do it. This is pretty much like an enjoyment for me. You know, I could take public transportation for free. So if that's kind of like my daily vehicle, yeah, I'd recommend it 100%. If you have something that you just want to enjoy, you don't mind any extra noise, because you will notice a difference, and you hear certain clunks and little squeaks and things of that nature, which in my opinion, it will get annoying for the bumpy roads up here. And it's more so like the slow speed. You see now, you see now, you don't really hear it. Let me get over, guy. Yeah, you don't really hear it, but where are you rushing to, bro? But yeah, you know, that's what you get. Now, next on the list of things that you might not actually want to do, believe it or not, is big turbo your car. That probably should have been number one. That's what most people know my car as, or know it for, is big turbo. You might not actually want to go big turbo. The reason I say that is because, you know, if you're looking for down low torque, which is an amazing thing of these BMWs, if you're looking for a lot of torque down low, first you need to go B58, because you do have with the M55 and kaboom, you're gone. But looking for a lot of torque down low, or just a more usable power band, the big boost turbo is not really your thing. It takes a little longer to spool up, especially if you're used to stock turbo, which everyone is because our cars came stock turbo. And you just want a faster, stockish feel, I would say go with Pures or something hybrid. Big turbo is a whole different thing. A lot of people tend to look at stuff number-wise, and anybody who really drives cars or really knows about cars or really is into any type of racing performance, it's not the number. The car can make 585 horsepower to the wheel and 519 pound-feet of torque, but it depends on where the car makes the power. It could be really laggy down low, and you can lose every single race. And it's just powerful up top. It just blows the wheels off high end. Or you can have gobs down low, and the turbo kind of runs out of top. There's a bunch of different ways. You got to look at the power curve, the band, what power you get at what RPMs, and then kind of adjust that to how you want to, I guess, tune your car or whatever the case may be. You know, if you're looking for something that can get off the line real fast, to the point where big turbo cars will have a hard, maybe impossible to catch you because you're so far ahead, then maybe you need to stick with maybe hybrids or something like that. But a bigger turbo, especially like one like this one's kind of lazy, a bigger turbo takes longer to spool. So it would be one of those, you're in front and now I get in boost and I'm chasing you down kind of things, instead of equally. And like, I don't know how to explain it, but just know that a lot of people, you might not be looking for a big turbo. So just do a little bit more research and just stop looking at the numbers, because numbers really don't mean anything. With that being said, I hope I didn't scare any of you guys away from getting a big turbo. I love it, I enjoy it, but it's not really that usable. It's not really that usable, especially here. You can't really go down the block and hit 620 wheel horsepower or full torque down the block. Not that you'd even fucking want to, but whatever. Next thing that I would say is, you guys pretty much know about lowering your car. You know, it's good to lower. It looks nice while it's parked. Bags feel like crap at certain speeds, unless you get the, I guess, performance expensive ones. Yeah, one thing I never understood about the bag guys is the fitment looks perfect when it's aired out, but when you lift it up, the fitment looks garbage, honestly, if you ask me. Static guys, they look cool too, but like me, I'm static, I'm on springs. But yeah, it's like a bitch. It's a pain in the ass to kind of deal with. Let me put in an address for SK Speed. But it's a pain in the ass kind of deal with. It makes the ride like near unbearable with 19s and super sports, I would say. With these 17s, I recommend getting super sports because the car sits low. However, when you go over a bump, it doesn't feel crazy drastic. And 17s, I used to think would look really stupid, but for a race setup, you kind of want 17s or 18s anyway, to be honest with you. If you want a hook, that's what you really want to get, you know. You got to figure out what you want in your car. You can have a perfect stance car, you know, air ride or whatever case may be. You can drift build. You can have a track type build, or you can have like a drag build. No car is going to be perfect doing everything. I will admit that. Not one car is going to be perfect doing everything. I'm kind of over doing a lot of cheap, cheesy stuff first. That's a big thing. That's a huge thing. If you guys know, I wrapped it, or I got it wrapped, carbon fiber. Carbon fiber wrap, to me, in my opinion, never really looks like carbon fiber. The door handles look pretty damn good, I will admit, but from every angle, it don't look like it. Actually looks really bad in some angles because it doesn't have that depth, you know, that the real carbon has, that weave with the gloss over it. I didn't give my interior the treatment that I should have gave it to. You know, I spent a ton of money wrapping the car on the outside, which looks good from the outside. You know, I spent a ton of money making it fast, but the interior, and especially these F30 interiors, they're not all that great to me, honestly. Benz did a better job. Audi did a better job. The new BMWs are nice though, I will admit. New BMWs are pretty nice. But, one thing this car does well too is corner. A lot of you guys might not. Oh, am I going left, right, left, right? I'm going left. A lot of you guys might not know that. Don't speak on it a lot, but this car corners pretty damn good. Those of you who watch my channel, you know the suspension stuff I have. You know, F80 control arms, F80 thrust arms, the Bilsteins, all that stuff. But car turns pretty good. These tires on there, pretty much dog shit. The wheels are dog shit. When I put the Apexes on there with a nice tire on there, it'll hook even better. I might even take this thing to the track. Thumbs up for coilovers and track. I'm curious to see how well I can keep this big ass turbo spooled up on the track and stay on the track. But following of course here. Yeah, the interior, I would give this car a 4 out of 10. You know, you have the lovely iDrive, which I love 100%. There's literally no other system that I love more than iDrive. Audi, Benz, whatever you say, there's not one better system that I think is more intuitive and kind of connects the different pieces of the car, like oil and stuff like that. Everything in this, iDrive knows a lot. In reality, the fit and finish is kind of garbage. You know, you close the door in my 5 Series, you felt the thud. You close the door in the Benz, you feel a thud. Don't know about Audis, but you close the door in this, feels like my Honda. Not, it doesn't, but you know, I just like to say that. So, but yeah, in all reality, like I said, interior is one of the things that I would tackle first. after getting this car. They have a bunch of different options. You can change the steering wheel up a little bit, run a custom steering wheel setup. They have a lot of carbon fiber reel trims. The color is not bad, the red. However, the carbon fiber is a little cheesy, and just a little bit of the wrap in here. You can kind of see it, you know. It comes out perfect on camera, and I love it. However, it's just wrap, you know. There's just certain things about wrap that, you know, they have their downfalls. You guys know I installed LEDs in the cup holders, which I still like it. Okay, that's just to each his own kind of thing. I don't think nobody else would do it, but I like it. I love the way it looks at night. I'll show you some clips of how it looks at night. Makes the drinks light up. I like it, right? Like seats, like racing seats. I'm looking for some seats. Yeah, racing seats will be nice. Maybe like a little harness, like maybe like a, you know, like a little like a little seatbelt harness, or a little half cage in the back. There's a bunch of little things that you could do to make this car look a lot better. But from factory, you know, this is Sensitech. This ain't even real BMW leather for real, like Dakota or anything like that. This is Sensitech, and it looks pretty cheap and tacky. So yeah, I would look into some interior things, and that's pretty much where this car is gonna go in the future. I'm gonna change up a bit of the interior. I'll hit up some companies, see who's willing to work with me, and we'll go ahead and make this interior great again. Yeah, but other than that, really have any complaints, you know. I'm gonna run in SK Speed. I'm gonna go get some boost juice, and if the GoPro's charged up, I'll give you guys a little walkthrough of SK Speed. Picked up the gauge hose from here, which ended up bursting anyway, like everybody told me it would. Just don't listen. But yeah, go in there, pick up some boost juice, let you guys know how much it cost, and you know what, same video, I guess I'll walk over the meth setup. Thank you for tuning in and listening to me ramble, but we gotta go, and catch you guys in the next video. Mike from Eospeed. Peace out.